Hi, I'm Heyzeus, and this video is going to look at some of the various things that players do to personalise their autographs and the reasons behind why they do that, as well as looking at what I think really is the most unique of all the autographs ever released. Before I go any further though, I just want to let everyone know about my partner Idle Empire's Flip Knife Slaughter giveaway. Follow the link in the description below if you'd like to enter. The winner will be announced on the Idle Empire Steam group and the Idle Empire Twitter, and I'll probably make an announcement about it as well for good measure. Anyway though, let's get on to these stickers. So the autograph is a really interesting thing for Valve to include in the game because it sort of allows the player to express themselves a bit in the design that they go for and then have that, piece of creative expression end up in the game. One thing that does stand out to me though is that the way players express themselves often reflects how they're perceived by the community in the first place. One of the most obvious examples of these would be the two Lotharios of CSGO. First of all, there's Sean Bay-Gares. Now, sure, he's a good looking guy, he clearly put some thought into that sticker, but I don't really think he can hold a candle up to his compatriot, who is none other than Dozier Sex God. Obviously he did have to amend the name a little bit, Valve being a Christian gaming company of course, but it's still nice to see him keeping the spirit of it alive, which was why I was so upset when he got rid of that autograph for Boston, and it really sucks because I've been trying to build up the Sex God collection of souvenir skins and it looks like I won't be able to now, but his name certainly still precedes him. In fact, I'm reliably informed that pretty much every woman in Russia knows who he is.
Вы знаете, кто такой Экс-God?
Экс-год? Конечно же знаю. Это Дося, Мишенька Столяров.
While Dozier and Sean Gares may have a reputation as ladies' men, there are also the bad boys of CSGO. Firstly, we've got the infamous Bad Fallen, who I'm reliably informed is a Brazilian mobster who led a gang of misfits to repeatedly beat up a group of American youths in 2016. And while he might otherwise look like an ordinary person in those shades, let me promise you, once you've seen his true form, you will never sleep again. We also have the notorious El Varco, another nefarious criminal, and lest we forget, Seniovac, Flusher. Now, Flusher actually amazes me with this name. Like, Tarko and Fallen are obviously having some fun, but in the case of Flusher, if Richard Lewis is to be believed, and I kind of think he is, literally no one in the professional scene thinks the guy was clean back in the day, and here he is making jokes about it. And I don't mean that as if the guy has some sort of ego and is rubbing it in people's faces. I think he just has a sense of humour.
Don't mind the sound, guys, it's just my aim lock.
Well, the internet is not going to forget, so you may as well own it. Some players like to take a slightly different approach though, and just insert a little bit of positivity into their signature with a smiley face. For example, we've got Ustilo, and he does have a kind of round head, and he does smile from time to time, so I guess we could call this a bit of a self-portrait inserted into the signature. And we've also got Happy, a man who just radiates positive energy with his every single move. And most obviously of all, the man known for being the epitome of a good-natured person. Simple, who is never, ever unpleasant to play with.
Thank you for game, Dumas. Really nice to play with you. You're playing like fucking bitch.
Also, an honourable mention here to Seized. I think that's pretty clever, to be honest. But anyway, some players really take personalising their signatures to the next level and start to get pretty transformative. Kenny S, for example, basically transformed his S into a scope. Stewie2K overlaid one part of his signature on top of the other. Device stuck a bayonet into his name because he could, apparently, and Kashanda decided that his sticker really didn't have enough marine life on it, so he added a shark, which probably swims in a salty sea made up of the tears of ninjas in pajamas fans. But there are people who take this sort of thing even further. Kirishima, for example, decided to use the nickname for his nickname as his signature. And then there's Chris J, who did whatever this is. Some people seem to think it's an actual mouse. I've also heard people say it's an Asian symbol, but I can't find out what on earth it's meant to be. I just don't know, but it's certainly one of the most out there autographs in CSGO, and while I'd be tempted to dub it the most artistic and interesting design out there, there are a few people that I think have outdone him, and I want to get onto that now, because as interesting as all of these autographs are, you can kind of tell that they've just been done by some guy in their bedroom, but Not so in the case of this final group of people. They bring something really special and really professional to the table. First of all, we've got Kivik, or however you pronounce it. So simple but classy. It's got a nice bit that flows down from the K and it really brings the autograph to life. Or Bublina, or however you pronounce that as well. This one is just loaded with cool stuff. I mean, I love the font, I love the guns, I love all the marks for emphasis. It's just a great autograph all round. Or Jimqua, once again, cool looking font, it's got this crown or something, I'm not sure what it's exactly supposed to be, but it's still a unique and interesting autograph. And last but not least, we've got Boombla with this neat looking explosion replacing the O's in the middle of his name. It's very clever, well thought out, nicely executed, extremely professional. These are nice stickers, they're just nice stickers all round. I stuck some of them on my MP5 to try scraping some stickers on that gun, and I think it turned out kind of brilliant, to be honest, like legit. But at this point, you're probably wondering the same thing that I am. Who the fuck are these guys? Well, Kivik is from Windstrike, formerly from QB Fire, and Bublina is from Windstrike, formerly from QB Fire, and Jimqua is from Windstrike, formerly from QB Fire, and Boombla is from Windstrike, formerly from QB Fire. That is quite a coincidence that all these players with an autograph that looks like it's been professionally designed just happen to be from the same team. Now, I'm not saying that QB Fire hired an artist to help with the design process for these signatures. Not at all, because what I'm actually saying is that hiring an artist to design these signatures was a really good move by QB Fire. Because I mean, when you've got a lineup that's losing 2-0 at tier 3 tournaments to tier 4 teams, I think some fancy autographs may be in order to get people's attention. But don't feel too bad for these guys. Thanks to their fluke run at Boston, they've got at least 2 more majors worth of sticker money to look forward to. And did you know that Thorin's white hot rage about this fact can power a small city if properly harnessed? But as fancy as all these stickers that we've seen so far are, I really have to give congratulations to one particular person who did something revolutionary in this world of increasingly fancy autographs. That would be Dimasic, who decided to submit his autograph in Comic Sans font for some reason. I really just find this amazing. Here's a guy who's had to work and work and work to finally get to the major. He finally makes it, he gets a chance to be immortalized in this game with an autograph, and he can't even be bothered to draw something himself. And to be honest, I think this kind of makes him stand out from the crowd. I really think this makes his autograph really the most unique autograph here out of all the ones I've shown, because Dimasic, evidently, is the one guy who just didn't give a fuck, and that's what sets him apart from everybody else. But anyway, that's pretty much it for this video. Obviously I didn't cover all the stickers I could have. Let me know in the comments about any other players' autographs you'd like to see in a video like this, but otherwise, if you enjoyed it, please like, comment, subscribe. Otherwise, trust the numbers, not your gut. I'm Heyzeus. Thanks for watching. See ya.